Hi guys, Coach Kane here, the Rugby Whisperer, helping you to tame the animal that is rugby. And as we've seen, it is a volatile and unpredictable animal indeed, because 7 days ago, the All Blacks took the biggest hiding they've ever taken that I've seen in a long time. 47 points to 26 to the Wallabies, and 7 days later, the All Blacks have turned it around. They've won 36-0. Their second biggest, 38-0 being or 38 points being the biggest smack given to the Wallabies. How did it happen? And all this happened despite the stupidity of Dane giving Nick White, the scrum half from the Wallabies, a suplex. That would have been good enough for the WWE ring. Okay, so what are the things? Why did this happen? Here's the question, here are the answers. First of all, weather conditions. It was pissing down with rain. And let's be honest, even in the days of the great George Gregan and Stephen Larkham and Sterling Mortlock and Joe Roth and all those guys, George Smith, the Wallabies always had a bit of a weakness for the wet. They weren't the best players in the wet. They don't like to play in the wet. They like to use the ball. They don't like to grunt it up with their forwards. They like to play their structured play. So that was a bit of an issue for them. Secondly, scrum dominance. 7-man New Zealand scrummed the Wallabies today. They didn't have Dane Coles on. Dane Coles had to go off. They had to move someone else to prop. Take off a loose forward, whoever it was, doesn't matter, because the main thing is you getting pushed back by 7 men. Not a good sign for your World Cup campaign. People are going to target them there. Right, that's scrum dominance. Defense. Wow, what an improvement there on the All Blacks. My goodness gracious me. The intensity, the accuracy, those tackles, they were ferocious, and they all looked like they came from a playbook, from a textbook. Those double hits on the midriff. Guys like Kurtley Beale, guys like Samu Karevi getting smashed in the contact. They also looked after Nick White a lot better than they did the week before. And they obviously saw the Wallabies were going to do that, try and bring the same thing again. Then last of all, the attack. Generally, their starter plays, what they did was, in their own half, they would attack once or twice quite direct and look to plug the ball into the corners using the kicking boot of Aaron Smith, Beauden Barrett, Richie Mwanga, or whoever else decided to have a little poke. It was basically they were looking to get down there, play some territory, put their scrum and line out under pressure, the Wallabies, and from that they would look to try and get dominance. So what can we say from this? And what does this remind us of? I'm just trying to think. Hang on a second. Isn't that how the Springboks play? Isn't that how the Northern Hemisphere sides play? Did the All Blacks tighten up? Everybody might look at some of their tries and go, oh, it's the All Blacks. They're still getting those offloads away. And yes, but they're not attacking from deep like they used to. They're playing a lot more conservative initially to try and get down there. And once they've got momentum going their way, that's when they take advantage. It's brilliant. I don't see the Wallabies being that much of a threat at this World Cup in terms of finalists, perhaps semi-finalists, probably quarter-finalists. I think the 5 teams to watch in no particular order are the Irish, the Welsh, the English, the Springboks, and the All Blacks. No particular order, because who knows what's going to happen. It's an unpredictable animal. It's a wild animal. It's an animal that needs a rugby whisperer. So please, if you like this video, share, subscribe, click that dial, talk to me, comment, tell me what you think. This is going to be a great World Cup, guys. Cheers.